Hello everyone and welcome to the 23rd weekly update for Citybound. This week we actually made most of the progress in the first two regular live streams that we had. On the one on Thursday we started working on the microeconomics of the game, and by that I mean managing resources for individual households and businesses and giving them a way to exchange those resources. So now factories or farms can send their goods to shops with delivery trucks, and will do so after they produced enough resources. So let's first have a quick look at what that looks like. Alright, so here we can see a small town in the early morning. First people are going to work. We will have a look at this farm over here, and we will see that it has some food. This farm also has some food. But this farmer is already at work and is producing new food, as you can see. This farm isn't producing any food because the farmer is still at home. As soon as this farm reaches a stockpile of 30 food, it will send a delivery truck, which is the new thing that we implemented, to one of the local food shops. Let's speed up time and watch that happen. Here you can see some other delivery trucks, and now here is the delivery truck of our farm delivering food to this shop over here. As you saw earlier, there were some other delivery trucks coming from the factory. This works in exactly the same way. You can see these workshops producing products. The speed at which they're producing products is dependent on how many of their employees are currently at work. And here, if they reach a stockpile of 50 products, they will deliver it to one of the local product vendors. You might also have noticed that time is passing a lot slower now, even on 4x speed that we're currently on. The reason for that is that I'm currently experimenting with the time mapping because there was some discussion on how slower time mappings are very beneficial for agent-based simulations such as Citybound. If you want to go into detail, I can put a link in the description with the thread of this discussion. But my initial experience with a slower time mapping is that, as you can see, the amount of traffic is much more realistic for a small village than before. You get much less traffic jams, and everything seems to be progressing at a more natural pace. Right now, if I run this game at 1x speed, the time mapping is such that one in-game day takes one real-life hour, and this is what it looks like. Here you can see how slow those delivery trucks really are. We can speed it up 4 times, so now one day would be 15 minutes, 16 times, so one day would now be around 3 minutes, and we can make it even quicker at times 64. But at this point you can barely see individual cars. This is really good if you want to quickly skip forward in your city development. In between the two live streams I started implementing Multilane Intersections, and I got T-intersections pretty much working, but there's still lots of work to be done. But nonetheless, we can have a quick look at what Multilane Intersections look like right now. So yeah, let's look at some Multilane Intersections. Let's start off with a 4-lane road like this. Obviously we can now connect it with another 4-lane road, but we can also connect it with a smaller 2-lane road. We can even connect it with a road that has an asymmetrical number of lanes. If there's an existing road, it will figure out how to connect it based on the number of lanes it has. And I also started on 4-way intersections, so cross intersections, but they still have some glitches. Let's look at this. This looks reasonable, but sometimes it can get very glitchy like this. Somehow it's still dependent on angles, so there are some geometric errors. This looks reasonable. So yeah, this is what multilane intersections look like. Let's do something very ridiculous to finish it off. As you can see, it looks a little silly, but it creates all the right connections. In our second live stream on Saturday, we started tackling the problem of multiline traffic behavior, and we got some basic lane merging animations for cars done. But then we kind of hit a problem because we noticed that the way the pathfinding and the code is written right now doesn't really tell a car that is going somewhere which lanes it could choose. Right now, a car gets told one very specific path through the roads of the city, but doesn't really know which alternate lanes it could use at every point in time. So that's something where we need to make deeper changes to the way pathfinding works. But thanks to a lot of people who put a lot of thought into this and sent me their ideas during and after the live stream, I think I have a pretty clear plan for how to actually implement this without having to change too much. And I guess we will do this in one of the next live streams, and I'm really looking forward to that. But right now, let's just quickly look at what our lane merging animation that we created looks like. Alright, so let me rebuild the setup that we used to implement multilane traffic. We created a four-way road like this, but then deleted the outer two lanes at the end. Zoned commercial here, residential here, so that the residents living in these houses would try to get to these shops, but in order to do so, they are forced to merge here, because we don't actually create merging lanes for them, but they have to figure out how to merge onto adjacent lanes like they are doing here. So yeah, this is what we achieved during and in between the live streams this week. Actually a lot of little progress in many different areas of the game. I really like the way we are now working together almost. If you haven't been watching the live streams, I would be very curious to know what the reason for that is, if they have been at times that weren't too good for you, if you feel they are too long to even watch after they were recorded, or if you just didn't know about them. This is of course very important for me to know, because I want to know if I reach all the people that would be a possible audience of the live stream. If you want to be notified about the live stream, you can follow Citybound on Twitter, you can subscribe to the email newsletter, or you can follow Citybound on Twitch, and I will put links for all of these in the description. So I hope in the future there will be even more people watching the live streams. But even with the people now, I'm really enjoying it and looking forward to the next ones every week. Yeah, all other feedback that you have, you can leave it below in the comment section as always, or wherever else I post this video. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you all for watching, and see you all in the live streams or next week. Bye!